Welcome to Frostland Survivor Man. I am the Frost Man, and with me in the steamy shop is Joey. Can you see through your glasses? This is why I work this project, this particular project. Glasses free.
I've been steaming up all day.
Can't see anything. But you want to tell everybody what we got going on here?
Well, we're boiling down the sap that we've collected. This is the time-intensive portion of the maple in.
Time-intensive, yeah.
Boiling it down. You just have to sit and watch the pot boil.
So we have sap in quite a few of the bags that are on the trees. We're gonna make a collection round here. But we can't leave until we're at a certain point with the boiling where we can leave it alone and let it go. So we're gonna cook this down a little further, and then we're gonna take you out to the bags that are on the trees. Now, I think we're almost at 12 days. Yeah, we're 12 days from the last time we collected sap. And the reason is the weather went up and then it went down. And we had a cold snap right through there that shut the taps right on, just like shutting off a tap. So now Joey and I got to get out and collect the sap, but it's going to be more difficult today because it's frozen in the bag. It ran, then it got cold again, and now it's going to be little chunks of ice. So it'll still work.
We want to clear it out because it's going to be nice weather all week. So
nice weather all week, so we should have a good sap run this week. So we're going to wait until these get boiled down just a little further, and then we're going to step up. We're going to show you collecting frozen sap.
Okay, as we collect sap here, you'll notice we've got our bags on a bunch of different trees. We want to separate the maple from the box elder. So what we've done is we've used blue bags on the box elder.
Well, until we ran out of blue bags. And then here's the other problem with the blue bags. The blue bags all popped holes in them very quickly. The orange bags, for some reason, are quite a bit hardier. And these are the Fleet Farm bags. Like, these are Fleet Farm's own brand of bags.
So there you go. Shout out to
this box elder tree right straight in front of you here, it looks like it bled pretty good, Joey.
Yeah.
That looks like a good chunk of sap in there. Rock solid?
So normally before we would have just dumped this in, but that's not going to work here.
Right. You're going to have to take the hanger off. And this is what's so frustrating about having them get frozen. Because you got to take the bag off the hanger. Being very careful not to rip the bag, because when they're cold like this, and Joe's gonna put out his nice box elder iceberg there. Hey, that's quite a bit of sap though.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Chunk.
This box elder tree, this tree itself has been my best bleeder for years. Kind of thing.
Right, because it all affects the outcome.
So we've had this on the boiler for about 10 minutes, Joe, and we're getting steam on this one already. And then I've had one on the finishing stove just to get us a little bit ahead of the game. That one's been out for about 20 minutes and it's pretty close to a boil. So we'll see how we go. Well, what wonderful words and nuggets of wisdom do you have?
Well, to enjoy the process, to be patient through this all.
Yeah. Patience is not something I possess in spades.
And this is one of those projects that about 40 gallons of raw sap turns into about a gallon of actual goodness.
The first stuff that comes out, the sugar count runs a little higher. The sugar percentage is a little higher. So it runs about 32 gallons to the gallon of syrup.
Okay.
And we did over 40. So we are close to where I wanted to be by the end of today. I wanted everything in one pot. We're down to 2.
Okay.
That's pretty significant. Yep. The other thing is, it's really fun when you get that first boil, you know?
Yes.
The first boil and the steam starts shooting out, I'm like, there she was! Call me Ishmael. You know? So that's really kind of cool. And then the other thing that's really fun about today is you were able to stay for the whole thing.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So tomorrow we're going to get back at it, and we'll have this as maple syrup. So we'll have to finish this and put it in bottles, and we'll do that on video so everybody can see it go in. And then Wednesday is waffle day. We're going to do stuffed waffles, unless of course you want to do banana dog.
You know, there's many items on our menu.
There are, especially, and
None of them healthy.
real syrup makes everything better.
It does. And knowing that there's no additives, no preservatives, no extra this, no flavor. This is straight from the tree, filtered.
The first bottle of syrup I ever made. I looked at that bottle of syrup and I said, this is a bottle of syrup. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Quick video inside the pot there so you can see what the sugar looks like. Okay, see what the sap looks like when it becomes syrup? How those sugar bubbles kind of drift across the top
Definitely
there.
looks different than a boil.
Yeah. Okay, so we're at that point now, and I'm going to move everything over to the table.
Online, you can find any number of really cool.
Those are really nifty. Joey found those online for us, folks, and they look really super cool. It's boiling. It's going to go in the jars boiling, right? It goes in there boiling. It's just like when you can, you know, you put boiling stuff in a can and seal the can, and it's going to seal, right? Okay, we're in the shop. Are you all ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
Show the pot. This is my little ladle. And these are our little maple bottles that Joey found online. Thank you, Joey.
And we've got one of a really cool thing here. The silicone funnel works great for what you're doing here because you're able to pinch it off when the bottle gets to the desired fill length.
Which is spectacular.
And you're not going to lose any of that good old maple.
Good mapleness.
See the color?
Isn't that color great?
Oh, this is beautiful.
That's exactly what we were looking for. We didn't want it too dark.
Yep.
And sap that's in the bags now is going to produce a darker syrup because we're later in the season. So really, really nice. Nice syrup.
Boy, good haul here too.
Good haul.
Pancakes and waffles, beware. We're coming for you.
Amen to that. Preach it, brother. Very good. Here we are, folks. Joey with the pinnacle of the quest. This is
Maple syrup time.
Maple
Our
syrup
hard work
time.
is paid off into this liquid gold. This came from the trees in the yard.
This year's maple syrup. Yeah, get a good healthy dose on there, Joey. Yeah, absolutely. You deserve every ounce of that syrup.
Totally worth all the effort.
Totally?
Totally.
Okay, your microphone's not on. Talk louder and say that again.
This is totally worth all the effort of doing this. Knowing that we produced all this, it makes it taste that much better.
Yep. That was sap a while ago.
This was a tree this morning.
It was a tree this morning. Cool.